So how did Nebuchadnezzar, the pagan Babylonian king, become an evangelist declaring the good news of God's kingdom? Well, it all began when Nebuchadnezzar conquered Judah and sent into exile to Babylon many of its inhabitants, including Daniel and his 3 friends. And one night the king had a strange dream that troubled him. And Daniel was the only one who could tell him what he dreamt and what it meant. Nebuchadnezzar was so impressed, he said, "Your God is the God of gods, and the Lord of kings, and the revealer of mysteries, for you have revealed this mystery to me." Is that when he became an evangelist? No, not yet. He still had lessons to learn. One day he built an enormous great statue of himself and ordered everybody to bow down and to worship his statue. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused. And King Nebuchadnezzar was so angry, he ordered them to be thrown into the fire. And then, to his astonishment, he saw them walking around in the fire. And there was a 4th person with them who looked like a son of God. Nebuchadnezzar called them out. And when he saw they were unharmed, he declared, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel to rescue his servants who trusted in him and refused to worship any god apart from their God. I now decree that anybody who says a word against this God shall be severely punished." Is that now when he became an evangelist? No, not yet. Still another lesson to learn. He had another dream of a great tall tree that was chopped down, and all that was left was a stump in the ground. And Daniel interpreted his dream. "That tree, O king, is you. And at the very height of your glory and majesty, you will be cut down and lose your mind and become like an animal until you acknowledge the Most High is ruler over the kingdoms of men." Well, 12 months later, Nebuchadnezzar was surveying the city of Babylon and declared, "Is this not Babylon the great that I have made by my great power and for my great majesty?" At that moment, he lost his mind. He became insane. He lived out in the field, eating grass like an ox. His hair and his nails grew so that he began to look like an animal for 7 years. And then suddenly, one day, his sanity was restored. He became completely normal, and he was restored to his kingdom. And he began praising the Most High God of heaven, declaring his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom endures to all generations. And all the inhabitants of the earth are nothing before him. He does as he wills in heaven and on earth, and no one can stop him. I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and exalt and honor the King of heaven, for his ways are just and all his ways are true. And he is able to humble the proud. That's when Nebuchadnezzar became an evangelist, declaring the good news of the everlasting kingdom of God. God bless you.